There we go. There we go. We live. We grooving. How we doing, guys? I'm excited. I'm very excited. First and foremost, we got. Hold on. We gonna get into it quick today, right? Oh God, dude. Let me tell you something also real quick before we watch this direct. Also, why is it not saying that I'm live? It normally does it faster than this. There we go. Okay, cool. Sweet. How we doing, guys? I'm excited today. Nintendo Direct happened. A lot to talk about. Uh, I just have a couple things I want to say, I guess, before we dive into it. First, I have not watched anything since this morning. I've seen like screenshots and clips on Twitter, but this will be my first time like actually like looking into these trailers, right? Back from nice mic. Dude, what happened to my mic? Because I was having problems with my mic before stream started. And I had to reset my computer not once but twice for it to even show up in fucking OBS. And I don't know what the deal with it is. I tried to fix it best of my ability. Let me know if it's like what's the problem with it? Like, because this could be a big issue. Because I was struggling with my mic before the stream started. And I like recorded my okay, here, hold on. I recorded my own like test audio to see if it sounded fine, and it sounded fine to me. Test, testing, 1, 2, 3, test, test. Like that. That's how my voice sounded before the stream started. Here, I'll play it again. Test, testing, 1, 2, 3, test, 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 testing, 1, 2, 3. Like that doesn't sound that bad to me, you know. But I hope it's not bad for y'all. It's low quality as fuck. This is the problem. Get a new. I mean, that is also true. I bought this mic for $40 from a fucking used music store, which is also where I bought this hunk of garbage from. This fucking dog shit XLR piece of garbage. But it does sound better than a Blue Yeti, so I did save money technically in the grand scheme of YouTube mics. But this shit is definitely trash. But I don't know what to do. I feel like because I took away like the post gain, like I had it so OBS added gain to my mic and not the fucking XLR thing because the XLR thing sounds bad. But then I cranked the XLR thing and turned the gain off. So maybe the post gain added in OBS is better than the gain on the physical knob on the fucking microphone. But yeah, I don't know. I hope it's not like unbearably bad because I would feel bad. But it should be okay. But here, let me get this direct pulled up because I have a lot to say about it. But one thing I'm not going to talk about the price of anything. I want to enjoy this trailer, have the whimsy of watching all these fun trailers. I don't want to sit here and be like, that game's going to be fucking $90. That game's going to be $80. That game's going to be $90 and just like make myself sad because that is the reality that we live in. But here we go. If I full screen this, will it? Hold on. See, this is what happens when I spend the time I normally spend to like get my streams ready on my fucking microphone. It's gonna be a smidge cut off on each side, which is kind of weird, but whatever. That's fine. I was gonna say, anyways, I was gonna say back from watching iShowSpeed dick around in China, dude. That arc is awesome. I saw the clip on Twitter of him like climbing that staircase that's like should be illegal. But I think isn't now he in some like crazy like Middle Eastern country or something like that? Isn't he in like isn't I think he's not in India, but I think he's like isn't he in that area of the world or something like that right now? Because he probably has the most fun life on the planet right now, just traveling and fucking around, and everybody loves him. Here, does this? Okay, it's not like you can see it's cut off over here, but I'm gonna say that it's fine enough. Let me know if the audio is too loud as well from the trailer. I see that there's echo. What the dude? This mic, I'm gonna throw like once. I might buy a new mic and upload a video of me throwing this one into a fire because this didn't have echo. Like literally last time I streamed, these were not issues that I'm having today. But let me okay. Everything on the OBS looks fine. Okay, there's no echo, and it should be loud enough for y'all. I'm hoping everything's alright. He was in Chongqing this morning. Is that just like another like province of China? All right. It's time to skip, bro. Not skip, but it's time. I have not rewatched this trailer, so I'm gonna be locking in. I did see that there was like every Mario character ever is in this trailer, and it's awesome. Like, dude, like I'm sure this is probably all the standard guys. We're gonna do some Kowalski analysis right here though. There's nothing to say. Okay. None of these cars are that hype for me to get excited about. This fucking tank bike with the treads, I'm for. All this other shit is like standard Mario Kart. I think it's later that they show off all of the crazy, like crazy characters. Music Bangs 100? Dude, it's Mario Kart. Mario Kart's never had bad music. I need it so bad. I am buying this console day one. We'll talk about the price points later and how much that will suck, but your boy made 1,000 in tax returns, so that money I just got from the government will be going right into Nintendo's pockets. But it just looks so good. I had Mario Kart 8 day one when it came out in 2014. This is the first new Mario Kart in 11 years. I'm 20. I've spent over half of my life without a new Mario Kart. And now it's right here. It's in front of me. I fucking want it. And dude, this is hype. This is like the max aura farming like gimmick they could have done. Because I was talking to Vance about it. Vance is my little brother. Yesterday, and we were like, what's the gimmick? Like, they surely won't do upside down zero grav cars again, right? Like, they'll do something more fun. If they just add grind rails to everything that like give you a speed boost or whatever, it's immediately so much hype. Like, look at this, bro. His car is wall jumping. Like, come on. Come on. I'm like, yeah, this game may be $90 fucking. I'm there for it though. I don't care. And then look at this. The new main has been unlocked. The Moo Moo Meadows cow. Are we serious? And there's so many, like, I've seen on Twitter so many screenshots of crazy characters. The Mega Mushroom's back? Oh, come on. Come on. Come on. They made this game just for me. I didn't see this either. Look at this. So you drive in this car. So is this like a power-up that's just on the side of the fucking road? Look! Like, this is so fire. And then there's like so many costumes. I don't know how that's gonna work. I hope it's not like Fortnite and there's like a fucking Mario Kart Battle Pass. Like that would be quite horrible. Yeah. One thing I will say, I don't like this logo, but it's fine. I'm not playing unless Ashley's in it. Lies. I'm buying it regardless, like a damn soy check. That's where I am with it too. Like at the end of this, we'll talk about the Switch 2 price point and the problems that come along with it. But I will do all that. I'll save all that bitching for later. Let me be excited about the $500 I'm going to spend on this console and this game on June 5th when it comes out. Because I will be there. I have to be. Look, this is some real shit, right? My friends are all in their third year of college right now. This is the last summer before like my high school friend groups and all that, and our lives diverge. Like this summer, we will all be in our hometown and like free to hang out. Like no one's got to stay at campus for an internship or some shit like that, right? All the homies are close. I need to have the new Mario Kart for this summer because there will not be a next summer where all of these people and social events are this available. So I need it for this summer at least.
Hello, everyone.
Skip the talking. Shout outs to these guys, they cooked. But I'm trying to see gameplay.
A brand new entry in the Mario Kart series.
Bro, like you get to play as Charge and Chuck. I get to be like O lineman out here. Oh, it's awesome.
Exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe.
Dude, and the fact it's like open world, like you can drive in between all of the courses, like it's like Need for Speed or something, is crazy. That would have not been on my Mario Kart bingo card at all. Also, am I playing in 10? This has to be the most compressed YouTube video ever for it to look like this, and it's still in 1080p.
You can go off the racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
Like, this is probably the most experimental Mario Kart they ever did. Oh, here we go. Now it's time. Now it's time for my positivity to end slightly. So with the success of Mario Kart Tour, when I see a menu like this where there's only 7 cups, which is the standard has been 8 since Mario Kart DS, it just makes me fearful that this game that's already going to be $90 will have a ton of microtransactions. I don't know that. Nintendo doesn't normally do that, but they also don't normally charge fucking $90 for their games, right? But if like the cosmetics are like Fortnite, or like you have to buy like extra, like I don't know, it makes me nervous because just seeing how expensive the console is, it just makes me like think about these like business decisions more, I guess. Like 5 years ago, I would be like, oh, this is awesome with no fear. Hey, what's good, Sapphire ZX? But I like this though, what they're about to say. It's fire. Dude, wait, hold. Oh yeah. Glad to be up for once with you stream. I appreciate you for pulling through, bro. I know you. There was one of these streams you told me that you couldn't pull through, and I'm like, it's all good, man. Like, I don't expect people to pull through these at all. So whoever does show up, I'm very grateful for. Here's a headcanon. Charging Tux give Mario PTSD because he used to play football back in Brooklyn, and football reminds him he's never going back home. That's funny. But dude, look, my boy Cataquack. Like, you can, like, why? Like, I'm not hating. I'm so for all of the Mario characters being raceable because that's fun. But, like, they brought back the Cataquacks. I better be able to race as a Pianta. I've been saying I want to race as a Pianta for, like, 5 to 8 years. And they still haven't given it to us. This is why Nintendo needs to get me in their building. I will cook up the most fire Nintendo games ever. I have no game dev or coding talent at all. Just let me be the idea man. Hold on. Okay, hold on. This is actually huge. Remember what I just said about, like, being worried that there aren't a ton of cups? Is this not different cups than we just saw last time? Yes, wait. Okay, so there's 7 here. Hold on. Or, oh, are these a different, does Knockout Tour have a different set of cups than, like, standard? Because the Knockout Tour is interesting. The fact that they're, what's the word? They're separating themselves from just being the kart racer. Like, we're going to have and actually develop full-on secondary modes is awesome. Because has it been since Mario Kart 64 was the last time we got a new Mario Kart mode? With, like, when they introduced battle mode? I think they had battle mode in the fucking first game. In Super Mario Kart. Like, this is, like, super interesting to me. All of the Mario characters except Ashley. I'm so mad right now. That's the girl from WarioWare, right? Hold on. Look, man, whenever you look up a Nintendo character that's also a female, you have to... I can't just have it up on stream. Yeah, dude. I'll never forget the day I Googled Incineroar on stream and just heavily regretted it. Oh, dude, Ashley... No, okay, it is the WarioWare character. But she would be cool. I feel like DLC, like, I'm not saying specifically her because she's kind of, like, low-key, right? Like, I don't know how popular the WarioWares on Switch was. I bought the first one they did, and it was a pretty fun, like, story game. I wish the multiplayer was, like, not booty on that game, but because it's WarioWare, like, the whole point is to play multiplayer. Otherwise, hopefully, without spoils or anything, what will be of Ember and Legends Z8? I don't know. Okay, I don't want to spoil you. So, like, go earmuffs for 5 seconds when I say this. But I saw on Twitter that, like, the design is, like, a Chinese warrior. Like, a Chinese warrior pig for Ember, which is sick. I don't know if I'll get Switch 2 on launch or my birthday in September. I think it's going to be a birthday console or a Christmas console for a lot of people, because that shit is a bajillion dollars. A guy like me, who is a Nintendo glazer, probably will get that shit day one, and I'll be happy with it, but I feel like I'll probably be disappointed, realistically, because I'll be like, damn, I'm $600 in the hole because I spent $600 on 2 Joy-Con sets, a Nintendo Switch 2, and Mario Kart. Yo, what up? What's up, Carter? How you doing, bro? Dude, I'm so excited to be able to drive open world. Like, that's gonna be just, it's like Mario Kart Need for Speed. Come on. This is exactly what the streets needed. Look at Wario's outfit. Ooh, he's dripped up. Come on. And the fact you can race, like, you have to race to the next track, like, I'm wondering how that looks and works. I don't know. The ceiling for this, it could be the best Mario Kart ever. Floor, it'll be worse than Wii and 8, but then the best one ever after that point. Because Mario Kart Wii is still the best one they ever made, and there's really nothing that any game dev on Earth could do to convince me otherwise. It just... Is there any more gameplay of this? Because there was one thing I wanted to nitpick as well. That kind of bothered me. Oh, this right here. I think this UI is hideous. Like, here, I'll click out of it for you. I think this is the ugliest, like, font they could have possibly used. Like, it doesn't look, like, aligned right. It looks like they went in Photoshop and stretched it out. Like, am I tripping, or is this too wide? Like, this is a very ugly font. And it's a little thing, but at the same time, it's on screen 99% of the time you play the game. You know? Like, I would prefer for my text, my font. Also, 6 laps? There's just so much. There's so much to this game. Like, the scale of this Mario Kart game is ridiculous.
If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be
but yeah, no, that font is hideous. Oh, no non-Mario characters I see. It seems like it, but again, they're 1,000,000,000% putting DLC out for this game. Did I watch? I've not seen any of the Sonic movies, but I do want to see them because I had friends that saw them while intoxicated in theaters, and they said it was the greatest movie ever. So it's something I gotta see. Worst case scenario, Mario Kart World ends up a massive disappointment like Sonic 06. See, the thing is that I think Mario Kart is just more consistent than Sonic. Like, no Sonic diss, but there has never been a bad Mario Kart, but there have been bad Sonic games. And I just think it's impossible. I think Mario Kart is maybe the single game franchise that will never fall off. In 100 years, bro, people will want to play Mario Kart with their fucking family, kids, and friends. And there's just no way it's, like, bad. Like, it's Mario Kart. Like, even, like, the DLC, which I thought was kind of underwhelming on Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it was still, like, good. Like, it's Mario Kart. And they're bringing back Dino Jungle? Yes, sir. I wonder if they're going to try and, like, put retro, like, tracks on the world in, like, a cohesive way. That could be cool. But yeah, Streets will be playing this. I'll probably stream it day one, to be honest. Like, I'll play some, maybe with my brother or something on stream, and we'll just have fun with it. Because, again, once the pre-orders at my GameStop open on April 9th, if I have my tax returns in before then, I'm definitely going to GameStop. And if I don't, I probably still will. And just pull money out of my savings, and we'll get the goddamn Switch 2. And then this is just some nonsense. Okay, this is cool. I'll let it ride.
And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button.
Oh, this is fun. This is cool. Because it's like Nintendo enters the 21st century 25 years too fucking late. But it's like, it's just straight up Discord's layout. But, like, me and my friends, are we going to play, like, Nintendo games online? Like, no. Like, if we play online, we're playing on PlayStation or PC. But this is cool for the people that it will be cool for. Hey, wait, Carter, bro. You trying to buy Splatoon 4 on Switch 2 and hop in a lobby? Because that shit would be crack.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
I was thinking the C button would bring back Miiverse. I mean, this isn't necessarily not Miiverse. I wouldn't be surprised if there is, like, a social app. It won't probably be as, like, personality filled. But I think after the Wii U, which, for all of the failures of it, was a console with a lot of personality, I think Nintendo's like, yep, we're going minimalism. We are not going to fuck this up. We're not going to do too much. We're not going to make these menus complicated. We are going to make a very easy to consume device. I don't know if Splatoon 4 is coming out. I just said that because they're going to put Splatoon 4 on Switch 2 whenever that does come out, which it will.
You open the
Because I
chat,
think in Japan, Splatoon's popular. Like, it's decently popular here for what it is, but... Oh, this is funny.
you can also
I respect that they showed this with no post-editing. Look at these. Look at the frame rate on these screen shares. Again,
you can also
I didn't expect screen share to be a possibility on the Switch 2 at all. So, like, the fact that this is here at all is cool. Like, people hating on this, it's like, bruh, it's the Switch 2. The fact that screen sharing is an option at all is cool. This is a handheld console that you can screen share with. Bro, we gotta run Splatoon. I didn't care if I'm gonna cop the shit on day one or anything, though. I got you. Dude, one of these times, Carter, when you're at my house, we'll have to, like, I'll just put you in a Splatoon 2 lobby, because I don't even have Splatoon 3. And just try it out. Or even, like, just shoot around the story mode. Because it's like, mad fun to just control and play around in. And it's also mad easy, because the whole game's, like, fan base is children. So if you have any sense of aim or ability in a shooter, you just win. Like lobbying up in Splatoon is like printing money. It's impossible to lose.
share your game.
Wii U is underrated. IMO.
System doesn't go on
I kind of agree.
Really? They can do that?
I don't know. It's in a weird spot. Like historically, like the Wii U. All of the Wii U games that are good are on Switch, so it's like I don't know. It's historically in a very weird spot. Because like there's really no reason to buy it. Like the Switch or the Wii U games that aren't playable on Switch are like good games that aren't like worth spending and getting the console for. Like I think at this point, like Kirby and the Rainbow Curse is maybe the only Wii U game that's not on Switch that's like first party. Also replaying White One with Tepig is my starter. Hell yeah,
Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
that's the fucking goat right there. Splatoon 2 still being supported? I would assume so, right? I don't know. If it is, Carter, I'm not gonna buy Splatoon 3 for you to try.
even while playing different games.
Also, shout outs to the guy. Like all these people are hanging out playing games. Shout outs to the guy playing Balloon Fight.
Yeah, I know that one. So hard, right? It's tough.
Why no game and dude? I learned recently Game and Wario is like one of the most expensive games for the Wii U, and it's crazy because that game I played one time and it's kind of ass. I prefer Splatoon 2 to 3. I feel like I've heard that a lot because they kind of released close together and they just didn't need to like reiterate on itself yet. But
Or expand another friend's game. So
the fact that you can do Discord calls on your Switch 2 is a pretty neat feature.
That wall that's to your left. You're almost there. It's just like the wall. Like if she gets
Dude, okay. Like I respect Nintendo for showing it like it is. Because this does look pretty horrible.
it's like the wall. Like the wall.
This is where I have to do a little wall ride.
so everyone can watch them play.
Alright, I've seen enough.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Additional button.
Come on. Dude, this is funny. Welcome back, Xbox Connect.
What's this?
Like, this is like straight up Xbox Connect like stuff.
Camera to the system.
Also, Streets are saying that this device costs $50, which means it'll be the first Nintendo device to sell 0 units. The fucking mean it's kind of ass. They literally invented FNAF. Like, are you talking about Game & Wario? Or did I, like, say something and forget already? Which is very possible. There's a mini game where you're... Oh, yeah, the gamer mode. That mode's cool. I like that, and then, like, the Flinging Franks Angry Birds mode was cool in that game. But, like, the rest of it, I, like, couldn't tell you anything about it.
Here's how it looks with just the camera feed.
Dude, okay, this is kind of funny. Like, again, the fact that the camera is $50 means it will sell 0 units. But, like, the concept of being able to, like, have a Switch 2 be your full-on gaming device. Like, you can voice call with your friends, video call, and play game. Like, it's pretty cool. Even though it's, like, limited, obviously, because it's Nintendo. Like, people that hate on this is, like, where's, like, your joy at? Like, this is a handheld console at the end of the day. The fact it can do this is funny. And this is also hilarious. Welcome back to Nintendo Land. Welcome back, Mario Chase, with the camera.
Using game chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play
Alright,
together.
I've seen enough.
Chat while playing your
Ain't nobody playing Yoshi's Crafted World in 2025. Let's be honest. Hold on, this is cool. Like, this is like a very niche thing. But the concept of doing races, like, in a game with your friends, like, and like everyone's got their Zoom green screens going on. Like, this is kind of cool. Again, will I ever use this? No. I'm not spending $50 on the camera. but it's cool that someone out there will do this and enjoy it.
Or hold a sports competition.
Extra Virtual Boy controller. See, but surely at least one guy. Like, I don't remember how much the Virtual Boy sold. Right? 770,000 units. There is probably 770,001 Virtual Boy controllers. There is absolutely... The Switch 2 could sell 1 billion units. There is not going to be a single camera that's left the factory.
Anytime, anywhere.
I have the game for some reason. It's just very like, not but like whatever. Yoshi's Woolly World is just like
What did you think?
5 times better.
In developing Game Chat,
It's not bad, it's just a game that's been made irrelevant by other games in its own series.
including family and friends. Almost as if
Because Yoshi's Woolly World is maybe like one of the best Wii U games they ever made. That game is a fantastic platformer.
the camera you saw in the
Also, I do like how the Switch 2 dock with these like look. Like, it's a very sleek looking console with the hints of color. It's clean. I like it. And I like the logo too. It just being a simple Switch with the 2.
which will be available on the same
It's very
Switch
I was gonna say whatever, and then was gonna try and do like a short version of whatever, and it just
online membership will be
didn't leave my
available
mouth
with Game
correctly.
Chat.
Full pause.
However, since we'd like as many people as possible to
All right.
we hope you'll the Nintendo Switch permission is always
Oh, new console. You know what that means? We get another cutscene of Bowser being a good father.
can be adjusted.
We're the street. No, we're watching this. We're watching this full thing because these are always awesome and adorable, and I love them.
For example, whether parental permission is always granted when a child wants to use Game Chat.
Look, man, Bowser Jr. just want to play with his homeboy Goomba. All right, let him do it. He's not a bad guy. He's not a 30-year-old man on the internet. He's his homie.
On Nintendo Switch, even if
Also, I love how Nintendo pushes this like
Joy-Con controller to a friend,
51 games in one game because low key,
Nintendo Switch 2, you
this game is fire. I took this game on vacation like a couple years back when I was in high school with some friends. Like, we went to a trip in the mountains. This game got like 10 hours out of us over that trip because we would just put it on the TV, drink a little bit of some,
rarely share
and then just play the party games. It was awesome.
Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share
I'm trying to remember which one we played a ton of. There was one of these games.
GameShare also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via
This is
Game
cool
Chat,
too.
which we
Like, if the games are going to be $90, the fact that you can actually do like a download share play with people is like 1% better. It doesn't fix the pricing. Again, we'll talk about it later,
earlier.
but it's slightly better.
GameShare can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse.
Only
games,
for compatible games is weird.
Classics,
I hope that... Imagine they're like, all the Switch 1 games will have download play. The Switch 2 games, you're paying $90, buddy.
exclusive to
Sorry.
Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look forward to it.
Up next, we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Oh, is this that tech demo that they're charging full price for?
Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch.
Googling how big a Nintendo Switch 2 screen is.
On the 1080p screen. Compared to Switch, you can
1080p. I think this was leaked. Like, we knew it was going to be 1080p.
per second, allowing for
120 hertz is nice.
the screen
Because I think a lot of Switch 1 games actually could hit it on this device. Like, we'll see later once they start showing off more intensive games. But I think games like Mario Odyssey could run in like 120. If it's 720 or 1080p, not in 4K.
providing more contrast between light
HDR is like a feature that like no one cares about. The what? Missed opportunity for those enemy levels to be Magic Cooper, a Cooper Trooper, and a kid with the helmet. The ones by Bowser Jr. I mean, oh, like the.
magnets keep the
I see what you're saying.
controllers firmly attached to the system.
Also, people. I remember when the first Switch 2 trailer dropped, people were like scared of the controllers falling out. What are we doing? Nintendo's not gonna. Okay, like the Joy-Cons had their drift issues, right? They're not gonna ship out a console where the controllers fall off of it. Are we serious? This is not a legitimate concern.
Detach your controller easily.
Bro, my Wii from 20 years ago still works. The Joy-Con, these magnets are not gonna just like not work.
The SL
But this means nothing to nobody because I don't think a single human has played with one Joy-Con since 2019.
Joy-Con 2 held horizontally.
I think everyone moved on and we're like, this is the worst way to play a video game on planet Earth.
The left and right sticks are now larger.
Bros, I've never seen Super Mario Logan though. The only thing I knew is that the annoying kids would like make Jeffy jokes at school, and I'd be like, all right, man,
To play with
can you please not be in my class?
the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
This would have been like 5th or 6th grade or something like that.
By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer.
Audio mixer. This is like any device in the year 2025 has these features. Built-in mic. This is fine. 3D audio. Shout outs to the 5 people that play Switch games with headphones on and not just out of the TV or out of the console itself.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like.
This looks pretty good. Like this will not break off.
You can move it freely, like this.
2 USB-C supports. Again, this is any device that's serious in the year 2025 has these features. This is huge. By huge, I mean it's only huge because the OG had like no storage. Like 256 is like you can store most of your Nintendo games within there because most Nintendo games are optimized pretty well.
And more. Reading and writing data is also faster.
Now this is fire right here.
Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect
So I like the rounded dock.
and
It's
enable
nice.
Up to 4K resolution for compatible games. HDR is also supported in TV mode.
But the 4K is like awesome. I don't know how many games will actually be able to support it. I think I saw that Mario Odyssey is getting an upgrade. Like it'll get like a Switch 2 version. So dude, if you can play Mario Odyssey in 4K 60 frames, it'll be the best 3D platformer ever made. No questions asked. Maybe not. Mario Galaxy does exist.
On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games. Physical and digital games are supported.
Is there anything? All right, it's time to get to the games. Is this the funny tech demo?
Gameplay features.
Oh, this is cool too.
And to help
The mouse, I don't know how useful the mouse feature will actually be. Because like if you have one hand on the mouse, you're limited to only one Joy-Con's worth of control, which is not much.
My current location is actually inside the game itself.
This would be cool if it came with the console and didn't charge you separately for it.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Like if this could be like an Astrobot type game where they like explain the hardware and show it off, that could be cool. But there's again, first game to sell 0 copies.
Inside the game,
This shit's going triple cardboard.
there are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them.
If they like this better be $2. And I still won't buy it because I just don't want to put my card info in the Switch for this. It's not worth my time.
System with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system of metal. These you can discover 2 controllers,
Alright.
controls and gyroscopes.
And there's like these mini games on it that's like, who cares? Like this is like, this should just be free. You should be able to do this for fun in the main menu of the console. Oh, this is bad. This is tragic news.
I'd like to share some more information regarding Nintendo Switch 2. This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2.
Apparently, they're gonna do the like Sony, like they've finally gone to the dark side, and they're gonna do the thing where the game isn't actually on the cartridge. You put the cartridge in, and then it downloads the game. Like they don't actually like. I don't think they're gonna actually store full-on games in these anymore, which is turbo lame because if you're gonna charge extra for physicals, which they said they're going to do, and we'll talk about that later, you gotta at least have the game in the box. Like I'm spending $90 on a chip that lets me get something that's $80. Like, are we serious? What are we doing?
It's the same shape as Nintendo Switch game cards, but it's now red and it has much faster data reading speed. Switch 2 will only
Oh, and this is funny too. The fact that you can't use a standard micro SD, but you have to use like
type of SD card.
the special Nintendo micro SD, which is going to be taxed. At least it's 256 gigs of storage, so like.
Regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo.
But even then, if they're going to have some of these third-party games that we'll get into later, like spoilers, Elden Ring is coming to Switch, which is awesome. But that game is not like a small game. Like that's going to take up like 1/5 of the internal hard drive, and no one's buying these games physically.
You can transfer save
Like
data,
that's just
digital games, and more. We're also
And then this is like
Pro controller.
fine, I guess. Like the OG Switch Pro controller is probably fine enough. Like I'm probably not buying one of these because I will just use my one I already own.
In addition, an audio jack has been added. We've introduced a few new features, and after
But Pete Spazza, how do you like know the lore of the most random things?
will go live.
Like you got the Yo Gabba Gabba lore on deck. You got the Jeffy lore on deck. It's impressive as a lore knower of random things. those are things that lore I'm not tapped into, if that made any sense.
Nintendo Switch 2 launch date.
Launch date, we know it's June 5th, aka I will be there.
Type is Nintendo Switch 2 games. Nintendo Switch that offer things like Party Jamboree.
Like, this is cool.
Take a look.
The fact that they're going to have built, like, DLC for Switch 1 games on Switch 2, it's smart.
Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
Because it's like, okay, they don't have a Mario Party at launch, but if you put your Switch Mario Party in the Switch 2, you're going to get new content. I think they're charging for the upgrades on some games, but, like, still. It's not like a horrible... It's like smart. I don't know if I love the business practice of it, but it's good to ensure that there's a lot of new content for fans at base with that are people that don't need to spend $90 on the games. You can spend $20 and get the DLC that's exclusive for a game you already own. Not the worst thing ever. I'm going to replace my webcam with the Switch camera. Actually, I've changed my mind. It will go from 0 sales to 1 sale. As for the bit, I plug it into my computer and use it like a webcam, and then throw it away. And then it'll go back to 0 sales. I'm refunding it. I don't care. I don't care for Mario Modern. Wow, hold on. Slow down. I don't care for Modern Mario Party, like, at all. I don't know. Like, if I play Mario Party, I just want to play one of the ones that I already own. Like, I own Superstars on Switch, I own the Wii ones, and I own some of the retro ones on the N64. So if I want to play Mario Party, I have all the best options already available. I don't need to buy a new Mario Party. It's $10 for the graphic updates like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but games like Kirby Forbidden Lands and Mario Party Jamboree, it's like a $20 upgrade. But you get the $10 for free if you have Nintendo Switch Online Plus. Low-key, Nintendo Switch Online Plus is not the greatest service ever, but those GameCube games, which we'll get to when they show up, are looking mighty crispy. I'm not saying I'll buy it, because if I'm already in the whole $600 from buying this console and some games and controllers, like, Nintendo's not getting any more of my money for a second, but... Okay, I've seen enough of this Mario Party. We know what Mario Party is. It's been the same for, like, almost 30 years.
Mario Party experience, where you can see Nintendo Switch 2.
If they didn't charge for this, it would be total, like, so awesome.
Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Because, dude, it looks so good in 60 frames.
Feature enhanced resolution.
And I'm sure the visuals are, like, enhanced, but, like, visually it looks the same. It's just smoother.
Support HDR, which makes the
Like, this, like, it just looks like, it looks so good.
smoother, higher definition graphics.
And I might actually finish Breath of the Wild on Switch 2. It's still a game that I've had for 8 years now, have never finished.
Adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Note.
And Tears of the Kingdom, I just didn't buy, because I'm not spending 70 on that
This new
shit.
feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices.
Nintendo Switch app on smart devices, shout out to the 9 people that have that downloaded.
Share your create
Come on,
Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
give me to the real hype.
Beautiful meteor.
Oh, here we go. Okay, Metroid, we're back.
Metroid Prime 4 Beyond will have both a Nintendo
Dude, this
Switch
game is
and
gonna
a
look
Nintendo Switch 2
so
edition.
good. If you adjust for inflation, 80... But the thing is, the price of, like... It is, like, number-wise, fair.
In addition to
But the living conditions
you can use mouse
of the
controls
average person
to
now
gameplay
is
from
worse
Switch 2.
than it was. Like, when I was a kid, me and my little brother, we got a DS a piece for $300, and every game was full price $40. Kids nowadays, they're going to get one Switch for the whole family. Even if there's multiple kids, they're going to get about one game per year. Like, even if inflation, it lines up, the amount of money people have to just spend on random shit has changed. It's not the
You
same.
can explore the immersive world
Like,
in
it's
60
predatory practices. Again, we'll talk about pricing more after the rewatch of this, but
120 frames per
launch titles are booty, not it's cap.
second. Choose from
It's
multiple
impossible.
modes, both
If you got Mario Kart on your launch title list, it's impossible for it to be
preference
booty.
and playstyle.
PS6 could drop with just Mario Kart, and that shit would be worth. Oh, now we're up. Now we're up.
ZA, which is
This Pokemon in 60 frames? 60 frames? Look at this!
later this
Pokemon ain't looked as good since ever, maybe. Like this game actually looks. Again, I'm buying a Switch 2. Mario Kart's cool. I want to play this game in 60 frames. I've dealt with ugly, horrible Pokemon games for the last, like, 7 years. This will be awesome.
Pokemon Legends
And it will be the best Pokemon game they ever made, which is what I've been saying for months now.
will not only receive a Nintendo Switch version,
And I'm so excited for it to come out, and I'm right.
By taking advantage of the power of
Also, Landonn down to pay for most of the games that come out early, since we'll end up sharing the console bits live on. Sounds good. We'll have to talk about that later.
and frame rates.
Because when these tax returns hit, I might look at my account and just say, well, you know what? I'm just going to pay for all of it.
Nintendo Switch 2
We'll see.
Edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions. Forward to
Please take a look.
Legends Arceus wasn't bad. No. It was not bad. It's the best Pokemon game they've put out since Ultra Sun and Moon. Like, with ease. It's not even a question. Being excited about Pokemon in 60 frames says too much about the average Pokemon fan. Yeah. It's like the number, like, the fact it's going to run well, it's going to... I'm so excited. I need ZA. When that game drops, I'm streaming it 24 hours straight. Don't care. Or would Gen 6 remakes be better? Eh. I love Gen 6, but I feel like with how bad the remakes have been... By bad the remakes have been, I mean exclusively Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. They can leave my childhood in X and Y. They can let it rest on the 3DS. I got the game. I got my 3DS still. I can play it. Like, I don't need you to make it look horrible and dog shit. This game, I'm not going to play it probably because they're probably charging $150 for the deluxe bonus season pass edition. But if this game got like a comp scene and there was like people just doing this on the desk and like, look at the flick of the wrist. Come on. Look at this. Come on, come on. This game could be mad fun. It's very silly, but I'm for it. Will I buy it? No. Bro, I'm hyped for 4K Mario Kart more than 60 frames Pokemon. No, because Mario Kart's looked good forever. Like, Pokemon has looked bad for the last decade. Like, this is a huge come up for Pokemon compared to Mario Kart, which everyone knew was going to be awesome. And handheld Smash at 120, yes. Smash Ultimate will run like a dream on the Switch too. And if they don't have hour-long load times in between trying to load into stuff, that would also be awesome. BDSP was a flop, yes, but it was made by Ilka. And I don't even think they're a horrible studio, probably. Like, I've looked at some of the other games, and it's, like, not the worst shit ever. I think they were probably on a time crunch for BDSP. At least that's the copium I'm telling myself.
We hope you're looking forward to a new
Either way, like, that game has problems. It looks ugly. Super Circuit does not look bad. This is revisionism. This is people that don't play it on the handheld saying things like this. Dude, this is like one thing. I'm not trying to light you up, Pizza Pasta. This is a general thing that bothers me when people talk about games on the internet. If you play Super Circuit on a GBA, the game looks fine. Like, if you blow it up like this, yeah, it's gonna look crusty. But when you're playing it on a Game Boy Advance screen that's like this big, it looks a lot better. And this was a complaint. Like, I saw, like, I don't remember if it was like the RIP the completionist and his scamming ass, right? But I think he said something about Fire Emblem 7. And then, like, how the battle maps, like, I don't know, chapter, I think 16 is a open field. No, it's 15. Yeah. Like, he said in his video, like, the game is ugly because it's too green. But it's like, brother, if you play that shit on a Game Boy Advance when the brightness is lower than it would be on an emulator, that's not a problem. Like, you calling the game ugly is solely due to you emulating it and not playing that shit on OG hardware. Like, dude, when people call games ugly and they're emulating it, I'm like, oh my god.
some games from our
The fuck the completionist dude? Brother. Brother, I got some bad news for you. As a 10-year completionist head, you go to his Wikipedia page, other ventures, Open Hand Foundation, and charity fraud allegations. He did charity fraud. How are you gonna be a charity fraud? You're not talking. No. No, Mario Kart Super Circuit does not look bad on SP. Big trust.
coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Dude, the completionist was a goated content creator. But unfortunately, he was scamming his fans, which is very not cool. Now this is hype. I saw on Twitter that this version of the game, the Switch release, is going to have exclusive content. Like, it's going to have the DLC come with it already, and have new content just for the Switch release as well. So that means that Miyamoto cut From Software a Patrick Mahomes level contract to get this game and the one we'll see later on the Switch too. They paid them $1 bajillion. Which is understandable. Again, anyone in chat, if you haven't played this game, play it. But when Switch 2 comes out and it's on every available console in the entire world that's modern and new gen and up to date, there's no excuses. You must play this game. My new water bottle tastes like fucking soap, but I don't give a fuck. I have another option. That's how it is, bro. If you get like one of those, like I don't know which one you got, but like I know what you're talking about. You get those cheap water bottles, and you goes through the wash once, and you're like, God. This will be the game of the year, by the way. Early predictions: game of the year at the Game Awards will be Hades 2. FromSoft might be single-handedly why the base Switch 2 comes with 256 gigs of storage. But dude, the problem with that is like when did you see that the new like the micro SD cards are proprietary? That like you have to buy Nintendo exclusive cards. And like I don't know, I was trying to figure out how to say it. But you have to buy Nintendo exclusive cards to be able to expand the storage. So like, dude, if you buy Street Fighter 6 on Switch, bro, half of your internal storage is gone. God forbid you put Fortnite on there. I can't believe Fortnite's like 90 gigs in 2025. That game used to be like 30. Back in its prime. Oh, this is this Daemon X Machina? I heard this game was good, but guy like me does not care. Split Fiction, guy like me does not care. Now the guy like me does care about this. Now hold on. I rinsed that shit too many times. I also use baking soda and scrub the shit out. That'll do it. I feel like stuff like that, especially if you scrub it in, is not coming out. But Madden on Switch, again, I'm gonna get the new Madden on my PlayStation, not on Switch 2 at all, because why would I play Madden on a Switch? But it's cool. I'm hyped that Nintendo actually is a console that can like get these games. Fuck Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling. We skipping that. And also Hogwarts Legacy, that game looks like ass. Anyways, if it wasn't for political reasons to also hate the creator. That game just looks boring. Y'all saw what I just saw, right? Did they just casually put the... They casually put Bikini Bottom in this skateboarding game? And I don't know how I missed it. That's funny. I think file size for games like Street Fighter 6 will be smaller because of the low-res texture stuff. I mean, probably, but if the Switch is capable of 4K, I would assume that some of these games will probably download 4K textures, yeah? Or at least like 1440p. Hitman? Hitman looks cool. It's one of those games I've always wanted to try, but just never have. Anyone in chat played that shit? Because it seems kind of cool, but there's like a million of these games, and I just don't know which one.
Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
Familiar agent. What trailer was this? I don't remember what this trailer was. Oh, it's GoldenEye. Shout outs to the unks and old heads that are pumped that GoldenEye's coming back. Because that's what this is. It's gonna be like GoldenEye like remastered or some shit. If it's some new like nameless, or not nameless, but like made up ones. Not made up one. Now this right here, Streets will be here for this. At least my block, my streets, they'll be here for this game. Bravely Default is like one of the best 3DS games. Straight up. Carter, this is... Okay, hold on. Shoutouts to you, Carter, for putting me onto this. I play it every stream, by the way. Carter, I feel like you need to get this game. Because knowing you, you would rock with it. Hold on. Can I get an OG trailer? Can I get like a video? I want like footage, bro. I don't want... Alright, shoutouts to Aldgy. I'm clicking on your Let's Play, brother. 136 part Let's Play? Okay, let's go to like episode 3. This is like what I'm gonna call like I don't know how to describe this kind of game, but it's like the Dragon Quest 3 remake. It's the best modern classic JRPG. Like it plays like a classical JRPG with your class. You have your classes. Like both of these guys are freelancers right now because they aren't like high enough level to choose a class or a job. But dude, it's just a traditional RPG. There's a Bravely in default system where you can either like you can save up your turns and blow like 3 turns in one, or you can like it's you can like play defensive, build up your turns, and then go and use like 4 turns at once for like burst. But also if you overcharge, you have to wait. Like it's a super fun battle system. And the class system is like awesome. And like for being a 3DS game, like you got to remember this screen is going to be like this big. So it looks pretty good on 3DS. And they're remaking it. And it's just such a good like old school JRPG. And I played Bravely Default 2, but it just didn't grab me like the OG one did. I might have to give it like a run back. But yeah, all types of classes you can put your party in. Super old school RPG, but it's so good. Vans, I hate to break this to you. Street Fighter 6 is not running at 120 Hz in handheld mode, brother. There's approximately a 0% chance. I think 1080-60 locks is like what it will be. Because I comment, like, can even like a Steam Deck do that? Because I know Steam Deck is going to be the obvious comp for a lot of people. And I feel like it's probably got to be on par to a Steam Deck-ish in quality. Maybe a little better, maybe a little worse. Yeah, dude, Yakuza? The thing with Yakuza is just there's so many games. Like, so many. And a guy like me wants to play all of them. But that's like 8 or 9, like, long RPG. Like, long games. It's just like, it's too much. That shit does remind me of Dragon Quest. It could be super fire. I mean, yeah, I think it was made by Square Enix, I'm pretty sure. So it has like all of the hands of the greats of the genre, I think, had work on that game.
Please take a look.
What are we talking about here? Koei Tecmo? Oh, this is funny. Dude, I remember when this trailer happened this morning, I was like, no way they're doing Breath of the Wild 3. And then I just had to start laughing. You'll see. I was like, no way, they're doing Breath of the Wild 3 already? Zelda fans need to chill. They're getting fat. They're eating too good. Where the 3D Mario fans been starved since Odyssey. Bowser's Fury doesn't count. But then the gameplay starts. And you very swiftly realize it's another Hyrule Warriors game. Oh, that was so funny. Because I don't know, did anyone play the recent one of these? Like, you could tell me that game sold 8 copies and I believe you. I don't know a soul that played the like Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity or whatever it was. So I'm wondering how these games are selling this much to be able to pump out like 3 or 4 of these Hyrule Warriors games. But hey, shout out to those who play it. I got a good laugh out of it not being Breath of the Wild 3.
It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games. Hyrule, Nintendo benefit exclusively
This is huge.
on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack
This is so
will
awesome.
include a new classic game library
I'm waiting for them to show the library of
for
games.
Switch 2.
Because they picked some really damn good ones.
Originally released in 2001. Here are the titles that will be available at launch. A Legend of
Dude,
Zelda
I also love that they basically just put dolphin.exe in the Switch 2, right?
game that looks
But these games, like, the upscaling does look
like a
good.
cartoon come to life through cell shading. Controlling the wind
Like,
with
it's
a serious baton,
if they can get, like, all of these GameCube games in 1080p 60, we're back. Pokemon Box win. I don't know if Game Freak remembers Pokemon Box. I think you could tell them that it's an AI-generated figment of their imagination, and they'd believe you. Also, the fact that they're showing off Soul Calibur 2 and not Melee is hilarious. Because I bet you my life, Melee does not come to this GameCube shit. Because I feel like Nintendo does not like that Melee is as popular as it is. So I think there's a 0% chance Melee touches this device. Now, this game right here, I've never owned this game because I'm pretty sure it has always been expensive. Like a lot of my expensive games, I either got when I had disposable income or got when I was younger, and the games like retro games were just not as expensive. This game has like always been expensive. Like complete in box is $95, and it's been. I mean, back in the day it was cheap, but I was not playing no F-Zero GX on GameCube in 2013. I was approximately about 9 years old. But this game has been expensive for a hot minute, and it's so much fun. Like I played this game on Dolphin. Dude, it runs, I think on Dolphin, like it runs 60 FPS on OG like GameCube hardware, and it's just so fun. Like I used to just play this game like when I was bored on like a secondary monitor. It's why I want F-Zero to come back, cuz like these games are just like they're fun. It's so fast, and it's the fact that it's 60 frames and you're just moving so fast. Like look, like it just is such a smooth experience. I don't know. It's fun. Love this game. Yeah, laugh until they put Wii games on this shit and add Poke Park 2. They will. I think Wii games are very much within the like first 2 years of the Switch 2's life. They're putting Wii games on this.
You can also check the controls for each title and customize them to your liking. More titles will be added.
Now look right here. Look right here, chat, right? So I've made 2 videos on this channel where at some point in the video, I say this is the best Fire Emblem game ever made, which is facts. It's 100% facts. Story, beautiful. Graphics, if you're playing on OG hardware, beautiful. Gameplay, beautiful. Soundtrack, beautiful. Characters, beautiful, right? This is now available for emulation. Now, look at me, right? You know how much this game cost me? Physically? You don't want to know. It's $300 is the answer, right? Now, this game you either had to pirate or spend $300. Now that it is available for y'all to play for like $10 a month or whatever, I'm going to need some of y'all to play this game. Because this is the best game that will be available on Switch 2. Like, that Mario Kart will be awesome, right? All of that will be awesome. None of those games will be as awesome as this game right here. So go, and when Switch Online drops, go and play that shit. But yeah, Pokemon XD, a game I've never played because it's $500. Huge. Mario Strikers. This is better than the Strikers they put on Switch. So this will also be awesome. Hold on. Chibi Robo is a game that's expensive and I've never tried. I'm excited to be able to try it. Like they actually have a really fire selection of single player GameCube games. And no melee, which is objectively funny. They're not putting Poke Park 2 on this. Best we're getting. No, they will. I think like the fact that they put the expensive GameCube Pokemons on here makes me think that if it's not a mainline Pokemon game, it's good to go in these programs. Like I don't know if they'll put Gen 3 on the GBA ones. Maybe they already did. But I feel like they're probably gonna keep the OG ones. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but like they're not gonna make them as available. They're gonna have them be these coveted games. But like games like Coliseum being like $100 or whatever, and XD being like 250 is like bad. Is like objectively just like bad for everybody involved. They won't add melee because it'll have better online than Ultimate. That might be part of it too. It's shocking that online or that Ultimate got no online update at some point within its lifespan. And an official Nintendo sanctioned GameCube controller is heat, because I have gone through like 3 or 4 third-party GameCube controllers since Ultimate's release, because they just break after a certain time. Compared to my OG 2004 GameCube controller I got over there that still works better than all of the third-party ones I bought combined.
Of course, you can continue to play select games from the systems shown here on Nintendo Switch 2. Okay, let's see some more games from our
There we go.
publishing and development partners.
I think this is the new FromSoft game right here. Okay, it's very... Ooh, I forgot. Dude, so if you watched this live this morning... What am I trying to say? If you watched this live this morning, the stream had a very big lag spike where you couldn't watch it for like 3 straight minutes. And it was because the stream was at 1 million viewers. 1 million plus watching the Nintendo live stream. So I think YouTube couldn't handle it, and like it froze at some point during this section. So I actually have not seen this for myself yet fully. They did get an online update. It's called Steve Breaks the Fucking Meta. I think they nerfed him and it still wasn't enough. because somehow some dude on Nintendo who was high on crack decided we're gonna put a character in a platform fighter that can create platforms. Like, what are we doing? And then we're gonna... Don't even get me started, bro. I hate that character. And then Anvil's the most broken shit in the game. Oh, and on top of that, Minecart's also the most broken shit in the game. Oh, and on top of that, all his smash attacks and kill moves are cracked. Like, what are we doing? This is so shameless. If you main Steve, bro, besides Akala, every Steve main is a fraud. As far as I'm concerned. Just like all the Smash 4 Bayo mains not named Lima were frauds. Deltarune might be top 5. I'm excited. Hey, Vance, in chat, let me know. Should I play Undertale either for a video or stream Undertale? Because, like, over the past couple months, it's a game that's, like, I never really played, and it's just kind of getting back in my mind. I'm like, I feel like I would like Undertale if I played it, especially now as an adult, and now that I'm not in, like, middle school with all of the cringe Undertale kids. If you were in high school or middle school when Undertale came out, you know who I'm talking about. Those people were weird, and it was a valid reason to not want to play the game and know what these weird people are doing. But now as an adult, that shit looks kind of fire.
Hi, I'm Randy from Gearbox.
I'm excited, dude. I'm excited. Borderlands is like, love Borderlands. It's just like fun, the video game. Shooting feels good. It's funny. It looks good. Like, this game looks really good, dude. Oh, this year for gaming is gonna be like legendary. I know that there's negatives with the Switch 2, but the sheer amount of high quality titles we're getting this year is crazy. Because we might get Silksong this year too. But Deltarune drops. We got whatever the new FromSoft game is. All of like the Donkey Kong game that we'll get into, Mario Kart, Pokemon Za, and Hades 2, Slay the Spire 2. Like, come on, dude. There's like a million good games dropping this year. It's awesome. Now, Civ 2 is a troll, because once this game gets to about 1,000 years into the Civ world, the Switch 2 will burst into a pile of flames. I will have to kiss you if they announce the Mario Galaxy game. I got bad news for you, brother. Maybe I don't know what you look like, man. Maybe it's good news for me. But that unfortunately does not get announced today. Bro, I'm so hyped for Borderlands 2, it's gonna go stupid facts. If you can get an Undertale video to the right audience, it will go massive, but it's hard to make a video about it that hasn't been made already. I know. I feel like the way I would, like, if I were to do an Undertale video, the angle I would do is, like, I'm late. Like, I would start the video off, and, like, it would be, like, a bit about how I'm 10 years late, and I didn't want to associate with the weird kids, but now that that time is up, I played it, and here's my experience, and then it's 10, 15 minutes talking about the game, something like that. Because it does intrigue me. Like, I think the RPG, like, shoot 'em up kind of, like, avoiding style is super interesting, and the characters are funny. Yeah, dude, this right here is when the stream froze, and they were, like, talking about, like, they were like, Cyberpunk coming to Switch. Meanwhile, I'm looking at Mr. Beast games. It's like, all right, bro. I'm looking at mobile apps. Like, all right, bro. Woo! We have Minecraft, but worse. Like, I don't know what, like, games like this, what's the audience? Like, 6-year-olds? Like, genuinely. And this is like, but I feel like 6-year-olds will just play Minecraft or something like that's actually better. Because I don't need to see this game or play this game to know it's probably not the greatest game ever. It's called Survival Kids. Switcher 4 on Switch 2? Probably. Did they announce Witcher 4? I was watching this on a shitty 144p phone in my mom's car, so I thought the sail on the island was Charlie from Smiling Friends. Undertale is one of my favorite games out of any RPG I've ever played besides Pokemon Nostalgia Bias. I need to try it. I mean, Earthbound's my favorite game ever, and that game was hugely inspired by Earthbound, so I'm sure I would like it. This game, dude, I'm sorry, it kind of looks like booty. Like, it's like when Rivals of Aether 1 was a 2D pixel art game, and then they made Rivals 2 3D. I was like, low-key, it looks worse. Like, you cannot tell me this looks better than Gungeon 1. Like, doesn't this look kind of ass? Am I tripping? Like, that game surely isn't better or prettier than Gungeon 1. Or even Exit the Gungeon, but I have not played that one. We gotta hang and play Undertale, brother. It's incredible. What? How much is it on PS5? Because I'd want to play it on the TV. We're gonna like hang out and play together. And plus, I can platinum trophy it. Unless platinum trophying requires like multiple saves, in which case I won't. But I don't know, dude. Cyberpunk is a game. Okay, chat. Be honest with me. I have a video. Like I have a long like it has like 30 or 40 video ideas, a list of potential videos to make. And one of them was how do we discuss games like Cyberpunk or games like No Man's Sky? Because like the question with these games always to me is like, is it fair for someone that spent $60 on the game in 2019 or 2020, whenever Cyberpunk came out, bought it on PS4 and had the worst experience ever because it was a broken mess at release, right? Is that person's opinion on the game valid? That they bought the game, had a shitty time, and they're able to say it's shitty because that's genuinely what their experience was? Or is that not fair because of how the game has been updated? Same thing with No Man's Sky. Like, I don't know. I think how you talk about some of these games in retrospect, it could be very interesting for a video. But it's also a very niche thing that I don't know if anyone actually gives a shit about. Because I feel like with games like this, it's hard to discuss, right? Like, because there were a lot of people that played this game and thought it was horrible, and they were right for thinking it's horrible. But now everyone's like, it's a 10 out of 10 masterpiece, and it's like, is either person wrong? Like, how does this argument work? This is cool, but unfortunately, if you want to play all 3 of the Final Fantasy VII remakes, your entire Switch's internal hard drive will be lit on fire. Is this the new FromSoft? No. Oh, this is their highlight reel. Hold on. Because I'm sure there are some games in here that I missed when I watched this morning. Partially because the stream was frozen and showing me survival kids against my will. Now this is fire. I've not played Hollow Knight very much, but I am excited for this game. Dude, and one thing, right? Like, I know that... When did Hollow Knight come out? First off. That's my first question before I get into this rant. Hollow Knight dropped 2017, right? Isn't Team Cherry like 3 people? Because everyone is like, I'm not even excited for this game anymore because it's not real. And it's like, brother, isn't the design team 3 people? Like, it's very feasible that making a full-fledged indie game with 3 people takes this long. Like, how can people be this impatient? Like, 8 years for an indie game is not much in the grand scheme of, like, the scale of these games. Because Hollow Knight's a 27-hour platformer. Are we... Like, bro, it's made by 3 people with this art style where you gotta draw all this shit. And people were, like, crying about this game taking too long. It's like, bro, have some goddamn patience. Animals bought it after watching Edge Runners and have no standards, so they automatically thought it was peak. But that's, like, fair. Like, if you bought the game in modern times and thought Cyberpunk was the most awesome shit ever, that opinion is just as valid to me as someone who bought it day one and thought it was the most dog shit game ever. It's just how do we talk about these things in retrospect when both opinions are valid, you know? We got the Nintendo Sims. That's what's up. Also, I hate to do this to you, but before we get into the big reveals, y'all, I got to take a piss, like really bad. I've been holding it for a minute. We got 8 concurrents. I better come back to 8 viewers, all right? Promise me that. Promise me that, all right? I will be back in sub 38 seconds. Watch. Hey, we did come back to 8 concurrents. Hell yeah. It was, no, it's more than 38 seconds. Okay, how many seconds was it though? If it was within 2, I will count it as a win. Let me get this piss break off screen. There we go. Dude, Puyo Streets will be there for Puyo Puyo Tetris. All right, this game is fun. This game. Ooh, I didn't see this. There's a new Marvel beat 'em up. Okay, Star Wars Outlaws. Not for me. It's probably around a minute actually. Yo, no way. That's my bad. I lied. What the hell? Hold on. Low key, this looks like the kind of game I would play the hell out of. Hold on. This are more survival kids. This right here, I can't tell you a single thing that's going on at all, right? But I'm with it. I'm for it. And that shit was in the last direct. I'm a fraud. I'm a fraud. I'm not gonna lie, I watched the last direct once. Because, like, this is the thing. Like, I loved Tomodachi Life as a kid. Like, I remember making me, my friends, like, random classmates and celebrities, and I had, like, a huge Tomodachi world, right? But I don't know. I feel like as, like, a grown man, I just have no interest in dedicating a lot of time to Tomodachi Life. And Rhythm Heaven is a series that I've never really tried either. So, like, that last direct was, like, not much for me, which is what I figured it would be going into it, because this one was coming shortly after, but... that direct came through one ear, out the other. Fortnite. Can I get up for Fortnite, babe? Let's get it. We're back. Go play Rhythm Heaven right fucking now. Dude, hey, maybe the new one. Or... Alright, hold on. Because I have heard good things about it. And I do like those kinds of games that are just simple but fun. Rhythm. Did I spell rhythm almost right first try? There we go. Rhythm Heaven. How much does this game run me? Okay, here we go. Wii or this one? Rhythm Heaven Fever or OG? This game is 40 bucks. Ew, why is the one on the Wii this much money? Because I'm not going to spend 100 on a disc. I might as well spend 140 on the whole shebang. Okay, so that one, is this the one I should cop? The best one IMO is the GBA game, but it's Japan only. So Rhythm Heaven Silver. Let me type that in. Let me type that into Google. Heaven Silver. And I'll leave that there so I don't forget about it. Hey, shout outs to the Professor Layton heads. If my boy Ricky's in stream, I know he's excited. Dude, this music here is fire.
We've shown a lot of...
All right. Is this the new FromSoft thing? Dude, I don't know, like, how people on Twitter are getting such information about this game. Because everyone's saying it's, like, online, and I don't know where in this trailer that people would get the assumption that it's online, unless I'm misremembering. But I'm excited for this game. As a new-gen FromSoft head, as of a year ago, when I played Elden Ring for the first time, I'm excited.
My life. Turn.
All right. This is vague story nonsense that I'm just trying to see gameplay, brother. There we go. I'll read the wikis when the game comes out. I don't need to listen to this vague dialogue. It says it's multiplayer in the Twitter announcement. I gotcha. But how multiplayer? Is it Elden Ring multiplayer where it's like barely multiplayer, or is it the Elden Ring Night Rain full-on multiplayer game they're putting out? Because a Switch exclusive traditional FromSoft game would be like, oh, exactly what I need, but I don't know. I like a lot of the imagery for this game though. I think it's like, is steampunk the term? Maybe not. I don't know. It's like very Victorian looking, which I think Bloodborne was that like similar, right? I don't know. But yeah, stuff like this, like I don't know what this could possibly be in the context of the game, but I'm excited to find out. Here, Vance, since you know what's going on with this game, does this game have like is this Miyazaki's baby himself? Because I know that Night Rain, I believe, was made by like or is being made by like a B team at From Software. Is this Miyazaki's current main project? But like, dude, like stuff like this, the fact that this is made by a studio that partnered with Nintendo and is available exclusively on Nintendo devices is hype. Because that's like disgusting looking. Miyazaki's been working on this. Okay. I think it'll be good then. Miyazaki's like one of the dudes in the industry where it's like if he's working on a game, I have faith that it will be good. So like any doubts about the online with this game, I have none. Or at least none of that are major. Like what's going on? And if this can run at like 1080 60, oh. It's probably going to be smaller scope than Elden Ring, but I bet it's going to be incredibly good regardless. But I think Elden Ring Night Rain will be good as well. I feel like FromSoft is like just... Until they like fail, there's no reason to believe that they would fail, given their game catalog. Then whatever, what the hell is this thing? Is this like a rat slash cat slash bird? Surely he doesn't just stare and then the camera goes black. That is exactly what happened. All right. Sounds about right for FromSoft.
What you just saw was a brand new game by From Software. We'll be publishing a creator's voice article. Please check it out.
Anyways, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Good night, chat. Good night, Pizza Pasta. I appreciate you for stopping by as always, gang. Have a good night.
In addition to what you saw today, our partners are working on many games coming to Nintendo Switch 2. We'll showcase more games in the future, so please
all right.
take a...
Dude, when this trailer happened initially, I was like, no way they're putting Smash in this trailer too. Does Nintendo want to be the first like quadrillionaire company ever? But what they revealed here, not gonna say it was more exciting, but was it just as exciting? Yes. If you were excited for this reveal, I think we can be friends. Like if you were as excited for this as I was, we're too similar people to not be friends. But I would 100% thought this was Smash and was like losing my shit for a split second. Also, dude, low-key, I love Kirby. The older I get, the more I like Kirby. He's just a cute little guy. And his games are always good. They're fun, they're easy, they're simple, but it's Kirby, you know? And I'm happy he's getting a limelight spot. Because they've shown him a lot of love in the Switch era, for sure. But dude, it looks so good. It looks too good to be true. The Kirby Air Ride, we are so back. And they got they got the ice cream truck, they got the wheelies. Come on, come on. And they got the Angel car. If they showed me the Charge Star, which is aka the most cracked vehicle in the OG Kirby Air Ride, we're here. But this game has Sakurai. Daddy Sakurai's on the team. Show me it. Bang. So it's impossible to be bad. Because I don't think Sakurai has had his name attached on any single game that was bad. But oh, dude, I need it so bad. Like, if you've played City Trial in the chat, you know what I'm talking about. And if they have City Trial online, like if there's ranked City Trial and I can go and like spend a night, maybe even get a little intoxicated, you know? Boot up the Switch 2, put Kirby Air Ride City Trial on and start smoking children in that game, it'll be the greatest game ever made. I'm telling you. They need to have it, dude. If they have online competitive city trial, it's so over. Y'all might never see me again. And as I go pro in Kirby Air Riders. Like, you might never see me again, but then one day you'll see me on FaZe Clan, first place in the world at this shit. And you'll be like, that's what that guy was up to. And then here we go. It's time for the boy. The boy is back. The guy, the man, the myth, the legend. He's back. Dude, I'm excited for this game. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it. Every Switch game is so expensive. But man, it's the new 3D Mario, except it's not Mario. It's a much funnier character than Mario. The boy is back. The boy, the man, the GOAT, the big DK. Also, bro, I'm seeing people that don't like this redesign, and I'm like, how? Like, I know I'm an old head in spirit when it comes to video games, right? But like, look at him, bro. Like, this is not this is a hideous piece of art. But like, this looks very similar to like those old like smaller eyes renders of DK. And I'm like, if you were aware of these things' existence beforehand, you would think this design is fire, because it is. Like, look at how expressive he is compared to how he kind of used to be, where he just always had that, like, the full mouth grin. I don't know. I'm very much into the new DK. I think he's awesome. It's past 3 a.m. in my area, brother. I appreciate you staying up to hang out with us. But like, I'm interested. Like, I don't know what like if I were to try and like speculate what's going on with this game, like it seems like these gold, like you're digging for gold a lot. But I don't know, is it open world? Like, it's an open world and you're just hunting for gold? I don't know. But if it's made by the main Nintendo team, which I would have to imagine it is, this is basically the new 3D Mario. It's just not Mario. Which also means that they probably got their super giga Nintendo team working on the new 3D Mario, and it's going to be the greatest shit ever when it comes out. And they got 2D sections? Oh, I don't know. I'm excited. I also just love Donkey Kong. Like, how can you not look at him? Bro, like, look at how, like, expressive he is now. Like, look at him. He's like a dog. Like, you can't not rock with this, right? Look at him. He's such a happy guy. I'm interested in what the main, like, what you're doing in this game. Doing a self-insert of me. That's fire. And then, dude, when I saw this, I laughed out loud when I saw the game title was Donkey Kong Bonanza. That is awesome. Nintendo knows what they're doing. They know their audience. And it drops, what is this, like a month and a half after the Switch drops, which is a totally good time frame.
That was a brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong, called Donkey Kong.
But that was all they revealed. That was all she wrote. Which, I have a lot of things to say. First, I'm very excited. If you couldn't tell by me enthusiastically spending the last like hour and a half glazing this trailer in this direct, because it is awesome. And we probably get another direct before the Switch 2 launches, I would bet. It wouldn't surprise me if like late May. I'm going to throw out a date, and if it's accurate, then I look like a god. I'm going to say May 27th. They're going to drop another direct. But there's nothing that like, they did everything I wanted. We got Mario Kart. We got a bunch of cool little things like GameCube is genuinely cool that it's on NSO. And like learned a lot about the Switch 2 hardware, which is very exciting because of how strong graphically it can be. Maybe not strong, but it'll be good graphically. Like, I don't know. First party Switch games still look good on the Switch. So first party Switch 2 games are gonna look really good. Things like Pokemon ZA 60 frames. Like we're finally in the modern age. Nintendo enters the 21st century 25 years late, but we're here. The only thing I'm disappointed by, right, is if you watch my newest video, I said every Nintendo Direct I'm gonna tell myself that this is the one where they announced the new Fire Emblem game. And so naturally I was like, what if they announced a new Fire Emblem game? And then I watched the whole Direct this morning. I was like, there's no new Fire Emblem game. So that's like the only disappointment. But even then, it's like
Incredible strength.
I feel like that's like very nitpicky at all. The only problem is we'll get to it. Switch to pricing. See you, dude. I'll see you, Sapphire. Thank you for stopping on by. But what is it? It's $450 and $500 for the bundle. And I'm gonna say this right now. I don't think the bundle pricing is that bad. Because if it's capable of running these games in 4K or 120 hertz, or like it is a graphically powerful device. People like to shit on the Switch, which is understandable. But this device here is promising in terms of the hardware and everything inside of it, which means it's also not going to be cheap. So $450 and $500 with Mario Kart bundle, I'm not mad at all. Well, I wish it was cheaper, but I understand why it's the price it is, right? However, $80 for digital games, which is unprecedented. 70 was the new normal, and now we're upping it again to 80, is horrible. $90 for physical games is super horrible. Like stupidly super horrible. It's bad. I don't think there's any way I can defend it, especially considering that the games aren't even on the cartridges anymore. It's like I'm as you can tell, right? I'm a physical guy, right? Wait, am I spinning the wrong way? Hold on. Right? Physical games, the shelves go deeper and down, right? And I have most of my Switch games physically because that's just, that's what I like, what I value. I like owning my games. I'm not buying, I don't think I'm going to buy a single physical Switch 2 game if it's $90 because I have no reason to. Which sucks because I'm very excited, but I don't know. Have you also, the Switch 2 boxes are also like very ugly. So the thing is that Nintendo is like the company that has kept physical alive forever. So I think they are even at the point where they're trying to push physical out of the way. Like the Sony did it with their PS5s that don't have a disc drive, so they can't read discs. Nintendo, I think, upping the prices on physical games needlessly is also kind of their version of trying to push physical games out, which I do not like. Because it's so abusable potentially down the line. Like when it's like the future where everything is a subscription and you own nothing. It's like we are getting every day steps and steps closer to the you will own nothing timeline. Which I don't like. I don't want that to be how games are consumed in the future. I don't like Game Pass and all that stuff is cool, but I would rather just own the game, no questions asked. And with these digital games, like for example, my little brother's PlayStation account got hacked and he lost access to all of his games and he had to like pay Sony to like fix it. And it's like, I don't want to be put in that situation. I just want to have the game so I can have the game. But you can't have the game without paying extra, and you don't even get the game when you pay for the game. You get a cartridge that allows you to get the $80 version of the game. It's like, what's the point? What are we doing? And also, it doesn't help that the box art is horrible. Let me find, I just had it pulled up. Like, it's not like this Switch 2 in the corner, which would have made sense. It's this thick, red, ugly line across the top. Where if I can find a Switch 2, like right here. Like, this looks ugly. It's too much. Red is too strong of a color to have this much of the box art, because it's almost distracting. So I don't know. I think they're phasing physical games out, which sucks for literally everybody, even if you don't buy physical games. Like, we're one step closer to you will own nothing. All of the games will be available digitally or on a subscription. And if your account gets hacked, you're fucked, buddy. You're not playing online, you're fucked, buddy. Like, I don't know. That's just not the future I want at all. And this is just what it is. And it's what gaming will be, which sucks. But I don't know. I'm not going to be able to buy all the games I want. Like, realistically, from this trailer, I'm buying Mario Kart day one when I get the Switch. So I'm gonna just buy the bundle. And then I'm probably gonna buy. I'm gonna buy a couple upgrades. Like I want to get Mario Odyssey Switch 2 version. I want to get Breath of the Wild Switch 2 version because those are games that I would like to see enhanced. If they do Pokemon, I might buy it because it's just the kind of person I am. Is just a Pokemon glazer. I'll buy it if it has the funny little creatures I like on it. But besides that, I'll get the. I'm getting Mario Kart. I might buy Bravely Default if it's priced fair. Like if it's like $30, I'll buy it. If it's a cent more, I'm not. Like if they charge full price for a remake of a 3DS game, not happening. But this is a game I'll buy. We're at 2 games. Maybe I'll buy NSO now. I'll count it to play GameCube games on here. Like it'd be nice to have like portable Path of Radiance would be cool. Some like F-Zero is fun. Like that's cool. But like besides that, I'll buy Deltarune. That's true. And I'll probably buy it on Switch as well. So that's 4 games. I need to beat Hollow Knight before I buy Silksong, so I'm not going to say that game, even though it does interest me. I probably will buy the new FromSoft game, so we're at 5 games. And then I'll buy the new Kirby Air Ride, so we're at 6. And DK I might buy, so I'm going to say 7. Now, if most of those games are full price, plus a $500 console, I'm going to be in the hole. Because I'm gonna need to buy extra Joy-Cons too. Gonna need to maybe get the new Pro Controller. Maybe I'll just use the old ones. We'll see. It's like, dude, getting like all the Switch stuff I want is going to run me like $1,000. And again, like when I was a kid, gaming was cheap. My brother spilt milk on his DS, and guess what? A couple months later, his birthday comes around. They were able to get him a new one because a new DS at that point was like $100. And if God forbid your kids drop the Switch too, brother. Your family is now living on the streets because you're in the hole. Like it's I don't know. I think it's gross, and it just bothers me. I don't know. I feel like especially when you're a family friendly company like Nintendo, pricing out the families that you sold to for this long is horrible. Because who besides someone like me, who is young with disposable money, because I do not live on my own yet, like I have the funds to be able to buy a Switch 2. Like a 13-year-old kid who's saving up his allowance is not going to be able to get a Switch 2. That is a birthday or a Christmas console. God forbid you have multiple kids and now they got to fight over the $500 handheld console. Like, Jesus Christ. It bothers me. And yeah, that's my rant about the pricing. I don't think the actual console price is bad, but the games, it's such an ugly precedent that it sets for the future. I'm just not for it. And I don't know. I think there's nothing else I have really to say about this direct, though. It was like from a pure game and just like putting a smile on my face level, this is the best direct since the Everyone is Here direct. Let me see. Everyone is Here direct. I'm gonna watch Etika's stream. R.I.P. the GOAT. Greatest streamer that's ever lived. Bro, the hype level for this trailer is like unlike anything I've ever seen. Bro, it makes me sad. I was the biggest Etika fan. I like remember watching him since like 2014. I was like 10. I should not have been watching Etika, but R.I.P. man. Like, dude, I remember watching his version of the stream in high school, like at school during lunch when this direct was happening. Oh man, those were simpler times. But the Everyone is Here, and then this was it was such a good direct. Life was so simple. But I think that's all I got for you guys tonight. We've been streaming for like an hour and a half. Probably, did I start at 7:30 or 7:45? I don't remember. Either an hour and a half or 2 hours. And that's really all I got for you guys today. But I appreciate the four concurrents that stayed with me post-direct just to listen to me fucking yap. Love you guys. Drop a like on the stream if you enjoyed it. I will be streaming. I'm going to start a new live stream series next week. Probably streaming Monday or Tuesday with new full-on layout. Like, not this, like, generic layout. Like, I'm going to make a full new set of graphics. It'll be fun. So, pull through if you're excited for that or interested at all. I think that's all I got for you guys. So, I will talk to you boys later.